Assalamu alaikum badingolu ngal kontom mobe dawda ani be watu watito konton droko lansnal bismillah na programo min kasudo jang lokong ne nyantemben sita jamano nal bade malo Mustapha Jammeh membe sirim programo kun na nyantemben konton dronin centronin jeyro kola alal demaro do kotenke mundanan jam pour kana programo sambale jamano budung follow mba follow la minna be molbe tentulam be jeyla be molbe bismillah la kotenke alal demaro do mundanan jam pour kana programo nyi sambale dal kana min fe sibiti ni antemben sita wokamala ning hakilo bakang nal fundo bakang ko binyanta luntam bunyarim basuro la jang mi ala nyanda kataram fe alfa ba mi alon ko ay lahiro di ko abetarlam fe wolong honorable Bakari Bunja Dabo Bibi Dabo binaleje kominga announce nyame anyanda kataram fe programo to bi kula mimbe dende nakachato bi ayatina bari alal lanyino nata miatina ay sango sodo sango miatina bi atemptaralo non fe programme to jang folo be minkela be ba konton na sangola be duala sawante fana amon nemanin kafara kelay pour que mol kalam tande ko honorable Bibi Dabo bi atetaral non fe nakacha ko nakacha to bi jamano be nyinka mala ay sangole sodo ma konton na sangola be duala sawante aning ala dimbal anim molbe min ya lonko inim family nyosoto butung wolon kuti mi ya lonko mol fanan hakkedani lala lamor lan jibelal min ya lonko ba expect kan ko ba jala be hakkedani la wola bari alal demaro to kotenke alpha bal min kataram fejang lokun ni yantem ben sita alal demaro to ngol fanan so don fele ben fe studio kono teng yintembeng ngalon ne ali be sude la time but the fefen kelance tentu ngi jayi ngi bula inim mole nyon kontong ni oboda je ngamale fanambe jale kala ni oboda je ensina dum kacha kun kono sa folon de la ndey butung nse bismillah once again ndey Jobarteh
abarka bake Mustapha mbe fanan kontona abarka bake kata momen spend kan mol na tijang kambe bendi jang benna panelisol fanan kontona Aziz ani bintaning bambamas mbe fanan sango kontona honorable Daboma alama nemanin kafartela sabante freola ngalon ko ala tona tarala jang bari alame mo ala tida aka kol kenya men bari mbe sango kontonna la moydal fanan be kontonna andum be yambe jayla fo la moyro e kala tay moment ta ka mol la moy ini mol ka engage fanan nga fo ko ala baraka
ene barabake ndey buton nin kumbo nyama Aziz ebe miudle Aziz
yo Mustapha baraka mbe badi lamoy lalu be kontona anin panelis wol memu ndeyti anin Bamba Mas anin bari muso Binta bali be kontona mbe samo fana kontona nal faba men badi mo bantaje kadwa fo ala se nemanin kafarke sabante frewmo ala dimbalu fana ala yeso si jawoni jata kende ya bala ya rabbil alamin mbe duwale fana e bak fo ala se makoy fo ala se la lonya fana bambandi mbe ala dani la fana fo nga memmen fo jang awarata doyata fo ala se barka keje ya rabbil alamin
ini barabake Aziz Bamba
بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي Mustapha mbe badi lamurlal be kontonna mbe tentula mbe jayila kila watol min bula kana kal lamoy ani kan kafundan ila londi balla nyame folo jande mbe panel sol kontonna mba fala inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun na alpha former vice president honorable Bakary B Dabo mba konton na sango nyinna be duala talaye alama alaye lajang sonaye alaya bula malaika hinante obulo kono alaye kila ka bendun lati yomal kiyama aning sabante kotangul be wokola benna bar musol konton na minketa bintati my sister Ndey Jobarteh aning Aziz mbe tentula mbe jayila fanang wati kan kido fata jang kan malka kacha mamiran kilin na nyoji physically but we felt like we are a family here wo kumayata bake andun Gambia la value wo tunkumo dotile wo nsafo don ko be parakasita bare nawo badi ya wo man parakasino wo biliol be lare ne bari memem fola la mo la le doron wala mu binta bira mo en konka konto ne ma jaka fankatandina ni wonta ka jam fala bu kala fi moya la fesje c'est de basic prepare konto on pare rinjane Mustapha ngamol be
lebi kana ajax
ini barabake Bamba donc Binta nsebule ni mulenya konto Binta
assalamu alaikum mbadi Gambia nolu lamoy lalu momo be lamoy kambal kontonna panelist sol Bamba Mas Ndey Aziz anim fango bari mbali kontonna bak honorable Bibi Dabo mbe kontonna sangola sabante frère alom mari altallama so jannatul firdawsula alom mari altallama so akomo sumuya almatani tajam fala nyola kila nyimani saibo hormo kamana laila mo sabuna ala baraka thank you
ini barabake Binta akumata bake binna kacha ko ngol naftanga men jibe wolom membe kering Gambia banko kan nyintembeng kusu nyuno kulleti minni alon ko jama kanale kala fikana jang kasi kacha kulla mi alon ko ayembe sulale kulla mi alon ko wolom nyato tati kulla mi alon ko wol bakela konoto biati donga domandingo millo bara fanam be mol fanan hakil bulandi la ko mol min bebi jang surtout mol min ni alon ko be jibero la nyintembeng alla comments and in contribution means a lot momo any comments you can leave it on the comment box ni ala sonda mbakaran nale nakacha ko la be yo be amanke nukuti mi alonko nyintembeng Gambia banko kan abe kerin kula minne be dending député la kula mimbe dending minister e do ko bula ñun be mum mollete minne alonko dol bije molla la wala ya tinna yeke wo place do modol bije ila jikki moya wala tinna yeke wo place do o kamala aka kumaya bake ning molbe wo place sifato gadum Gambia waratale mo be taral no place do bari lanno ning jiko le katinna ko nga kankari kunna kari tombong ngokeje o kamala nim motata fo ayaje ko kule be kere mimmate nyafa ko ayefonyo dalilo min kan nyanta wo kisikisi lale muna tinna ayefonyo abe ko mala bake anim fana mon min ni alon kun ko nge quartier le faye pour ye sije fo ipet tolle je fo be fangle je fo le bela jibole je because feo fenka soto la feo fenka ke sototi wo fannala ma foko amanke ila nyantoti bari mbe dembe ta wala nanka ko kacha so kamala bi ngamele ko minister resign tale ngamay ko dipitel e nyanda motol le diler wala la motota ko wala be kere follow Aziz ninga jibe pour que motota kadi dipitel fuaro be nyana woko alim ma koy boholo do because Aziz ndebe kukilem folo nak tenin tata Gambia jama mbuka taratuwa banko to nkatara sandol to nkata musol la gadi non le to mente nyinol ning chali nyinol la bada to ani wosi fal so ni wolka kacha bakele jama nin dol kacha ta musol la nako don dara banjul nding dara gunjur dara kitin dara wondende na satel beto breke min fonye ka fonye la control mal la fi manza kundala fennan tolbe doku kelan tarola sulata boholo damma e wala sinyaja ani nyana nako sansa. But okay, the bitel bije minni halonko moro pour ka moto sang moto ni moto sang amanke moto sang dronde de moto balunde rango fanan oda be ko kono ala essence song ala maintenance aning wolbe mu kullati mi ala nyanta hakilma malon Aziz mono mu la jeroto député ila motota
abaraka Mustapha yemen fa kuma ya tabaki Gambia be alhalo men kono bi anin dobal be bata men kono ni wala foirol be bata men kono bi ni ko wolie ko député o men ko be lole ye moto le sang moto jarta ni million nangam la asimolu kamfa adum ajarta e kamfa bari lafta nga si nga jibe realistically comme nga jibe nyofe mararo atunkungolu ani mune ba anoma comme bi ni mu marar lati mune nyante bari mune mi fanala nyantoti niajibe mansa kunda la tariko bi tubabu demokrasi mentol kafo anin tubabo la mararo mengata wala tariko wo sonta nyinna ko nanna soto fengota ngadi mo kilina wala molu la purien tanka purien lonyen na hajolu kunna wo soto fengo kono ngalualu londi men sonta ko wo molu se fe ifamna fano fenna je men tambitantolu molu tala wala nabi president mandan ka state house loy bari nga motolu diala nga ku kote ngolu diala ku fulale wono ni mobe mararin nafulo la be mararin sembola ni man do diala aseke atetelinna wo kumayata woto ninsa dino mansa kundala nda man kasije personally pour député o liye motolu soto ndum lafta fana nsajibe député ya mune mala challenge bi nite mu député oti ite kajo menna ila constituency molu bebe jikiri walla nin sango keta sakanite bota santoto nila mo banta kombo banko kan itene ba dépense la kasamba ni mo nata visa nyinola wala passport nyinola abe jiale telea ninga mu keta wolu bebe tele kunna to the extent that bi tonya be dame nin député ol koy be balule ila salary lella nim manta man ben ni bota je handi luwaso eta soto nola
but Aziz kukilin lafta wa hakil mayala jang
okay
itolle be luwa da bundala ibe luwa da bundala amara wo pour ka mosono sambana imamera wo yando hakil mala pour ka je ko to nyalo na balunya nin ko mbakela teng responsibility min bendol kan wala siata atambida ngamra yanda luaji belal mi ala so consider rather than yemuri la molkan
ani ha yalong yemen foten wo muto nyalti bari silan bi nim tebe lola mbe criticize la lefta mfana sem fan George nganna consent George katum mbe ya jele député olu e responsibility membe kunna minister le ka jo député olti minister ma momo represent amunte to yemen soto ni la family ba enjoy la and they are paid less moto be bulu député ol ye molle represent wo molu bebe yakar li to lella saka ni tamu député oti me alonko you are just an ordinary député o nim opposition député oti fango itebe labanna kadani role ke bantala pour yela constituency develop pour nin carte fay côté naté sa fo no mole ko nganyine ke jam
masay
ando matu borom anin so kanana totti nyaade
okay
je kuma ya tabaki ndunga espeko wo modu nyanta lolale ka lualu dada mea lonko wolle correcta atere tol fango ma soto bari lafta fana molu fana nka kumal le fo moli wala député wala ka kumal le fo moli même manke toñati wala mu ko itol ka loi dada député bu ka loi dada to la Gambia wo teje ni ka fali kali nenele mansa kundale kela lualu dada ya samba nan député ol ya kisi fo nyine mu bankola nafati ning bankola nafamu ya approve na manke bankola nafati ye balangala par député ol buka lualu dada ikana mol nene ikana mol mislead hani fombe bimenta ase ke député ol ni la on luaye na ka dundi bari wo fana fango abata koleata baki so lafta nga jang kleandi molye nimen député kalye ko itolle ka loi dada fo ko loi jimal dada. It's not true. Government le ka loi lu propose ya sambana itol ya scrutinize ni a jeko is acceptable because it only molu represent se murika ya fo ko yes ning nsa approve lanta approve.
Okay, mate.
Yeah, as you say, mem for nga understand le, but in final lafta mem for la as is wole muko. First of all, loi yes, mansakunda ka loi nate, but deputy finance loi nate no le ka mem for private member bill. Private member bill wole muko ite malaka fanya di maniga ite si bilo nate no le. Ya ye loi nate no parliament kono, parliament ya jube. Ye ifana ye lobby ke inila monyol député monyol e kachal fo ali mako ale nying vote ka su nying important ale ya explainer so député ye wo fanan ye wo sembo sotole pour ka wo fanan ke maje député jama ka woke Gambia ku jama be keri ne mbuka député ol je wo kono ndenga understand le ko yes député ibe sula la moto la le transportation because transporto fanan amang easy bari ndeka même fo wole mu ko ka multi-million, ka million motol sang denga problem soto wotone katu ambulance o man soto Gambia mol ka baro election wato ako ambulance ol bijele bar hani bi mol ka boko ni ko mandiro ke ambulance buka ambulance je sai l'hôpitano haynan mol be fala borol man soto atondi fenko fango mele kidney soto ibaje la ko machine ol fango problem wolati man député je ay private member bill dundi ka Ministry of Health ka hold accountable ka muta ka faye ko ni muite la do koleti fo nga nyin kisi mawoje député imantara proactively ka mola nyantol kele parliament because private member bill isi ku jamanati nole nga dinni ngo so day fata janne demam private member bill je me yalon ko ayota ya tariande okay sayi ko ka gal samba code but imam député je fa men wulta ko ha nga private member bill nati ba discuss la about dindingol men fata on this AKI fenkoto ni mel fata borolto mao fananje maje ko nawek fango ali nga nawek jube isi mola nyantole woti pour ye jiosodo nga okay nga ta ko lampol fango nga wotuje maybe bol ba fala ko ha bari mol si kan yo mal but jio ibe me minna ila nyantole woti man MPJ a private member bill dundi can nawek hold accountable ka wopus to make sure ko mola human right is being abused mola nyanto ya table say nintol sita jang MP sol nata million joli Gambia be bata men kono teng bi Gambia be nyim alhalo men kono bi MP sita e multi-million motol nati wo fayente kam fante fanan jusobo katu nde lafta men jela man sakunda nyanta men kela wala mu ko kake ko motol ye taraje motol men man ser ibaje la ko ninning MP ya boridi next MP nata wo fanan sa use no bara be kala man sakunda le tamu melbe tarala je larin je amanke ko ibe ko because MP nyol ba explain nga dol moy ba fala ko ha ifal su ko dolem ko do ala wan sol walatina maybe walatina yo ala wan sol lafa walatina yela jor lafa pourka nyin ko do jo so natara MP nyol itol fongo natara ite la joro MP tariata pourka push parliament natara ito la ala wan sol itariata ka wo push parliament bari molla balunya molla nyanto MP buka kuke ikastara sirin jedo ibuka wol push ni ko private member bill fango isabu ko ha wo koleatale ko ngin bari ka try fango mol yaji ko ha nil katale ka push nde buka je kan molla nyanto push bari tol fango la fango from allowance from ila jo from ila motol Gambia dingol ka wuli somandale ibuka ikatara tipagaras yani be moto so da foy ka futa nang kata do ko la ibe led la every time maje MP ka pusko transportation in fact is a right because ni mansakunda mol sta do ko la woto anyanta transportation system o nyanta easy la le wara accessible isaje ko si futa do ko la nyanta futa la so excuse buka taraje ko mam moto so do bring 4 o'clock meti pagaras mam moto so do futa dan do ko la 9-10 man MP nyolje wo kelela mejala so jelen problem o tinte bulu because natara non keje be kelola ibe kol kela ba fala yes tonya ika katale so kolea membe bulu nyata la provinces natara bari ndenga memfo Gambia dingol ka bata menke MP fana yo bata ke bang ye wuli somanda ye lo nyinti lo koto ya jube abeke ka nyame so that you understand the emergency mol sulata nyin kola like stand up mol be vacancy lokam so nga assist understand le ndefa ngo kabri ngaje ko ye masakunda nyanta moto le nyinina ye taraje saje moto wate kela ko MP la ala wanso saje MP dita parliament ko teke ya foko alina kodol lafa alina nyin lafa because a be connected is corruption in fact let's call it that is corruption because al tol be sirin jele al tol ko ikaajo men amang kanyang adoyatal al tol ko ngalafa meanwhile the ordinary Gambiano 2,500 3,000 5,000 akawole soto abuka fam balu nae paso bondije abanta wol wuritale I wurita ya ko kele ya kol befa femamboje bara tol ya tol menta ya sindije al tol si sinole ay mengomen diatale aya falling al tol buka mem falino doron o al buka mem pushno wala mo mel ya sindije kamen kumbo tenga o problem o soto anu nga som ligge malam how true it is ngaje wason gamenyo le asafele MP nyol be diam la kol be fala is unfortunate. It's unfortunate katu ni molye sindije molye karto taye faila hanna manke fenti il respect go dila hanna manke tafasti respect go dila because diamu dol ngarit foto nyale malo foto nyate bari o diamu amanya na fintila empil da kono fana amanyan amanyang amanyinya katu mole londije so ndenga mira def inyanta ku fana nyinina ngalon ko ikat training jamale ke karandi ku jamala bari ngamere nyanta MP so la karandi ro la falale pour ya understand munati na ibije kadum te ngamira ko adasatale hanibi adasata because how many million kabinte fango ejente fa konte fango honestly mjuso mawota mjuso matano so as is near understand but as ikeno in another way isaje ko tinyaro tekela janno way ni mo empty moto bi jele bari wo moto itante ikanale yeta yedo kobula do yena yela election poll do yena wayata that nsi wo understand wole bari ka foko all this because wole katina watu wati laftila sarali allowance la fala walatina I don't know that yen disappointed because teka yakar soto MP to ka lunga fole ko ning baro man tara fenke kan minister man fenke at least nga MPs ñol nga yakar ba soto ito bari na yakaro nak sako kabimba moy like a mel for some of them nga mem moy photo nyale woyen ya woye bala faake woye
akumara bamba
Mustapha nte na system day quand même fo aning assist quand même fo nte man son wala yalon dunia koku ika jubele fo nyin a jara taliban necessity kumayata koku leto ni balo beke dimi ika kungola folo jara wara yesingo jara because ika tame singol la pour etano l'hôpital to ni a jube ko balo dula be gambia dula be le kadimi ndol ngande moy la ka l'hôpital la kumo incubator même incubator ti e ka denano lol jurmi ñokan e be ka incubator clean na sia come on for crying out loud 2017 la moto kutolu sika ngedi dibite wala 2017 me 2023 la kono je wo motolu wolle ni tinyata fanam fo ibe dala kannaba because we know that MP botaje nin do nata ikaji moto transfer ya diwo MP bari ñin don e ko ndolu do balu ndolu fentawlu ndolu fuarolu ndolu badole ndolu mo batarengolu ndolu ben bukanna bunjo jono ndolu la bankola namo ndolu lebe kemo ndolu lebe tawworo wulo jola dipitewli itole tan sabajo yalo ñin dulam fo nga je jubele mu ndolu be tawworo wula le jola itole tan sabajo motolu ñim fanan itole tabe kelati upon all the allowances nga men di la pour la do ko si sonea biri keta debitoti ni aje ye allowances solo kafu ila sitting allowance ila whatsoever allowance ila nonsense allowance nonsense ya be nonsense nyokanje ngaw be sika ngaw nonsense so be table nsonta bela nga expect la ko ngebula men nay be wala kela ngo debitol man dara sirin député bodo ka fo nim man sakunda bil nati members of that ruling government nyanta ibulo wulinde la for that bill whether I banko dingul saf or not and wala kake Africa party whip nying même marta party o ka député ol put in line jadnim bilo mina woka anyon député ol killing kumandi le ka fo ko man sakunda nyanta bill karnati la andon al nyanta support la ando ka support la without even going through the bill some of them ma fa bede dol buka bilo fo kare ke bulo wulinde doro ba womu shamelessly for a nation because niaje tundo mole karto faye dole karto faye ima faye because ibota political party karle ya faye ne because ya jele ko ibe nunje wato men na community development call ika ori ike da bula konole dole le karto faye o dalilo le kan anu moka kutu soko reta kuto fa wulo ko ika korosiro le ndanga dibito doje gagneta be party o mento womati ne gagneta molu men be o tundole jiko men keto before yeke député wote walantine yo if woli la carte sika ya faye nte bamba mbe UDP le bar men na carte o dila ndey jobat la because nga fil ko ndey ndey assist nabe particular na bar assist yom fatante fele yalla modoli o private concept soto nole before they go to the polls janni bita carte fawla so nta fala na parti mole de because nga fo sa fo bamba carte fay NPP kole bari ninte tata buto kono nte bamba men na carte di la ndele hani ma fo moy because nte lata ndele modol kaw concept sotole so you are being disingenuous to those people ndolla député wolu kamuneke biri sita député buta nin sign tema what have they done alinga singam fanyi nin kawala speaker of the national assembly nka jo menna is the third highest paid civil servant
but wo fan kamuneke
ani madumba Mustapha nta futala jebe to yalo nin ko mba fenke lan juso sitabo deputy speaker ani majority and minority leader ñunu ka kodisi fa soto ba alenga fea banku dingoli alenga bala fa soto Gambia foire woli je ntolu men yalon kon ntolu men ke sindi pour yetan tol la ñaaji fita ye mu ne ken tolye ni tol ko e moto sang let's say 3 or almost 5 million moto misal fe fine ntol men nge keje du ntol nga mu ne soto from the national cake nothing zero because fente keren Gambia dul be mu na fankam men na sign Gambia be mu nawek la Gambia du fo generally nawek la on and off yatina Gambia du fo generally nka on and off bibi Mustapha toñondirbe to ninda nga kete Mustapha la ibeta la jete mira fa mol menu ke la mo yebu nyaale si banen ro hakente jusu sutia Gambia no bete momentum bele jusu sutia because we've seen it in the MP's phone in a private WhatsApp group ngela kam fa jele ntolo nga nyimmen ka jafiro men ke la e dimele imata no andu imanyi mira ko ntolle nge kije ntolle ben na kumbola itolle nyanta fula nyele he al hekatude ni aje benyi motol tala pour si tariya futa no la ma nyamen ni nga moy men sasata na constituency nga moto mala nim boroyta nga futama ni nga aje mem banta ama ima fro samba no bolon kono nga wo fro samba bari ntolle balle dulalto wo dalilo kamal bari ma mira ko alba mira la ten al hekatu but they didn't do that. They all navigate themselves on and off ka kamfa iba folan tole ko ha al nyimbilo fo halinga mbamba ye moto dimo la fo indiamo si bang because Gambia la diamo shatale for crying out loud. Poor people like us ndol fentawol nin sasata lopitano men fom lopitano te nim futata je futata lopitano ngamu soje muso asasata ya samba sukuta health center Mustapha wolum birin nimbe diamo la telefono to nyaaji wala botante nyaata futata lopitano to ya landi 4 hours abe lari la ronkan docteur nata lota kunda kay ko akaya ko ndolu fente ja akaya hanin na machine be ukata fembu kata maja ya bonni je ko ba sambala sere kunda fat Mustapha, this is what every day ndol kata turu nyina every day poverty is on the increase ndol Gambia ndol kamune improve ndol ngamune improve in the Gambia bibi ndol menu bebe tubabu du jan ndol ngalon ne duno membe laren ngoto mbele ngalon kilin na laba wato do be fayla salary mem formula salary ni asote kijole ke fara hakente ni ba talan na ka kuntun ko subo te la nyamen ibe nyin don kila baden kare nyin don sista nyim nyanta manyo bitol ker fonke nyanta sangolo sota fenke be lare loptano to fenke tingolo bala I ka ko do be seri wo nyamale ya be tala be bulu fereng ibulu ken sawelo ikumata ngat matu ngat next bond bat etela life cycle be wala nyama throughout from somebody from Europe laba atina fo ibadi ul dolbe je ni e kuma ni meso te ka foko kar ka bori male nyun kam mala kana miran ka danile Mustapha muntu malen tolbe bola nyin kono when yet every day nkamo ele kodo nyin nangam le filter every day nkamo nyin kodo nyin nangam le yemanta boro men nata Gambia ay na dinulu kanatay
afemma mbodo wona ko sembore
Mustapha everything so ay ali ka fo Mr. Prime Minister Abasanya me I ka fo ay fonyole aba me fonyo because ay man sakundala kodolta hani
na ay fonyo bamba mena na ay fonyo bamba
aba ye fonyo because mano dole business mano mbenyum fola and I challenge the NPP government to come and prove me wrong. Business mano me ya long kombe tembo mento ko fani sunkutu ndin dole kata fo kiti yola konta malom fang e ko mala kayo kanula million dunda kunna ako yola lo kodo jo Gambia fo nyama to ya sifal ka kejente buka understand wo business mano President Barrow wole kumandi akaye ko je ndolbe in campaign bela nga mayor atodum area council carte foka nga mayor carte foka hani donation kilima dinna akaye ko hani ko nga donation o kele nga di abala wil kemenani dollars nga wala di abala president way aba kumandi aya nyininka aba kay ko hani ay 15,000 dinna wotuma kende unyim fon be telephone to so ye nyo saba diamola president Barrow was so angry so mad that abayo kodo muta le mayo kata nyingo kono bari fo wala te Gambia bang fo ibuka wala ke nyola bang ngo moy be wodi man tol ning president baro be ñok modo be je sayin ya fanan samba malo mbo kala fi ka to fu bake banku jarajaro be dame ya samba wolto ambassador yala nga fundraising menke fondi me moy kodo di mole kodo men kafu ñoma ya di ñanta kodo di la Amad Bala ya diatel la pura ya di Amad Bala bire Amad Ba ñen ka ko man fendi yala wotuma campagne be durim be jamme bonde koto abo fane o kodo katala ñin kon yake wala ñama banko kata wala ñama damalo ka ño fenke ngamoy fanam fa sise ñamina o fanam be complain ko president baro e million men di Maymuna Balde wili keme malon fo wili keme sabale dito la ay balance o ñin kat be katala ji bokko so akamunta Gambia ka kati dron ka kati la ñin ko non dron so ning abayake what is wrong ay parti la fonde do amam banko la ko tinya ya bula banko do wala ay parti la ko do ben sunya president baro ya fa to para kana fa ko ay resign president baro buka mo bay corruption la ala man sakunda kono aling ngo stop ka fo ko ka president baro fal ku tentule president baro buka mo bay ka fo e corruption la ka ke bay le because ya tel la ko do ta
so aba resign de la bam fo ya bayle
ay abayle
ahande blo me sando ahande binala kafanya de bintam binala in a minute ahande
Alonte Bamba ka memfo yes I agree with Bamba ala aka memfo because I en samba dame wala mu self entitlement because nga wojele MP so la diamo kono some of them ye diamo mel fintindi ko itol filter so entitled me aji ko fa ya jele ko fang gamenol dol ba fa gamenol anyantale ila diamol seta le problème sita mol mel ye sindi je ni te wol je ko ila diamol seta wala ye anyande mol me ye karto fayte ye keje ni to sita ko wol anyantale wo ko ako warta bake and back to vehicle to janimbe duna abala resignation auto I agree with Bamba ko problem mo me be Gambia MPs manyana sila fambe nyi millionol fola and in fact nyina tale nung Bamba fango ya reflect ko ye vehicle di ye motol di la nung before and good question them wo motol dunta muntole fo sayin be moto kutol fana sanna and back to the issues fana because mo nyanta nyi clarify lale and mo nyanta nyi understand lale ko ndenga connection ole ke between time me ba fala ko be la kodol la fala andum nyi vehicle code ndenga mira what happened is that ko ya jele ko kanyin kodol men jo ita nola because ne amount of money and we can mel deduct from ila e can mel soto e ka lon ko kodi jama man tuje so that would be the factor me alon ko wala e pousse pour ka allowance sol be la fa ke la salary nyol be la fa and natara nyimbe kala wala nya anu okodo amambo i default de Bamba ka fo nyamen taxpayers money la na kodo wala ka muritol fanan kan pour ka wota ka nyim moto fanan jo because ni ela jo la fa ika kodo dole bondi taxpayers also ka dila pour que tol jo ka ala faje meanwhile more member taxpayers mel bejang itol ma wosoto femman increase there is nothing that has increased in the taxpayers salary. Gambians are earning less than 2,500 a month. They are suffering. Tomorrow, ibukaso to know, and again, by repeat la, mang MP soldier, ibe private member bills dundila, ka Gambia dingol la nyanto kele, maje.
Akuman.
Maje.
Binta molba fokang, Binta Jambang, mol ya fo ya moy la ba fokan so mbela fela pour binda yemma koy ni se kata microphone la demanding kula mimbe dending ila jero to binda malum fay kam moy la ba
nke moyle
yo kula mimbe dending ila jero to dipitel ila nying moto ko satara modul ba fola lopitan mo man boro soto lopitan man soto dindingol kuranta fuarol nyaaji mo fitano binda mene la jero de nyindo
nte nata mo nan ko daga ndey oni Bamba agrita with some side of the story not disagreement sort of with some side of the story wala nintu kon tolla député lo ye carte fay député le minni banku do le carte fay député le minni do bali ye carte fay député le minni they don't care about them ni care about them one député clean be if you talk about this vehicle ibabena follow ko those people are they have ye sondama anyano sonyo o imal la finga kuke no nin lafita banko e tanya ton kana mo kilna interest dibe nin tol ko député le ben tol ye député mol tombe nyanta min kala banko ila constituency moli won député le bi bebe sirin kombola momo bota bolon ko na bebe sirin kombola ni ta courant bi bantala o indi tabi man konton bi walle man stonya ma fa député le taraje pour nyen kamal ko salary minister ya be di ila molla hani they working for something sidia jata kabira be député ala wato minna fa botage sidia la salary abuka an aka murunda la banko molle kam pour ye kuke woto hani sa won député le minni bije nyanta ko ma felelal bari bi ndeye min folon iba fokane ko ha ima ye bambam bilo pass pour ngani so say tol bije to pass the bill every other time pour ye fenso to pass the bill pour ye the salary la fa to pass the bill pour ye how do you call it allowance what kind of allowance is that do they think about the poor people do they think about the ordinary Gambian citizens ntoli min bije if ye bala fasoto wo motor is too much what about the old vehicles motoli min be able no where is that vehicles can they auction those vehicles ya kodo mundi man sakamba bari mo bi sa ni motor di ñun la bi within another 6 months alba mala doni motor because all of them mo be man motor no they don't know how to drive ibe ba try kan mo modo ni do you know me ndalam MP card so MP car itama motono you don't train imam motono e buga bula inela mam moto bon to that distance moto kuto ya dia the next minute do nga may ko moto param moto nyim problem le soto ye murun ko teke to lobby again ko teke ali nga geji be fonfe bamba ndula kilim foko ikabilo limini pass mansala ka bilo
Aziz lewo
bamba fana game ala ko
okay.
either UDP or NPP ako party o party ini akemge party minna man sakunda la party o molaka ikatal don they vote for it yes America here whether you are a Republican or Democrat either the bill is good or not is your party near below somebody either you like it or not if it are against the more killing the out of 100 senators if you have or Congress out of 430 I think almost your party leading from Congress they will vote for it they'll vote for the interest they'll vote for the interest of the party. Yes, they'll vote. Naman better. You will see only out of that 100, one person only will come out because I made a favor. Even Alea against. No again. Even Alea against, but near against. At the end of the day, if you go back to a constituency, some of them more Jamal Luster, their seat is because of that. Don't tell us at the end of the day, man namuruna to contest. No again. So secondly, again, coming for Abasana, Bambang challenge that position, that question Labakel. Whoever, why when Abba was resigning, Abba resigned Kanamafako, so Latin and resigned. But Abba said personal reasons. But what could I get challenge 100% go that story, man believe and I shall never believe on that. That's on our man son again. I hear it.
Aziz, Bamba Aziz
Bamba ibem batulale. Being informed kono ntelemu the only person who is going to present a private member bill.
Okay, thank you.
Ko household be kankilini. For us to understand, purunga long for deputy olu nyanta nyin sotola wale manya sotola. Lafta nga murun koma domanding mararo Kenya bi Gambia be lorin sinkiri sabalekan mararola sinkiri folo wole mu executive ti sinkiri fulanja wole mu jimati legislature sincir sabanjangole mu jimati judiciary nyin sinkirolu sila nga jibe jimale ka jo jimati nga jibe executive ninko executive president lembang minister lembang director lem for public servants ika jo jellela ila alawansol ka ke jelleti moto jelle ka tare bulu niya jibe
jammolon ka katar
then yena to legislature MPL ika jo jelle la munemi la alawansol ti moto jelle be bulu ngana judiciary ka jo jelle la ila alawansol mu jelleti moto jelle be bulu adu nyunul be mu very important answer barinte amera the most important sinkiro singo men important ni sinkiro to wala mu legislature kat wala ni mol ka deal directly bi ni nga ba nyama wala nyanta jola more than any of these people ndeman me defend system obe nyamen bi tonya aman justification sort of for this but nim fokosta itolu kan nga nyindolu tuje we are not doing justice ndumbi MP la input is more ni tata minister to moto ba bulu service moto ba bulu odlil ba bulu security be ba bulu in addition to all the allowances I mentioned kana jojo lufo wolu mabalilem nko hani di IGP moto ba bulu moto fula wala saba the same thing CDS the same thing director of immigration nyunuru be jibe in terms of governance la importance against the MPs ibe nyadile nyine mu kwoti nyanta men jibera tonya salary lafa wala ka fengulu ta ka san alifangoliye atara molbe batari nga man correct bari memu ntol focus ta dula killing neto doro wala mu MPs at the expense of others nga wolu be excuse wolu se femfel lafano ntefe that is the systemic injustice me alonko among correct saying but na motolu yemendi ntela view about them yaje ka motodi akar revolve the cost of maintenance ka highly the best you can do be to have a good vehicle policy certain civil servants or certain public officials at a certain category motodi la hanin tarete be safe like certain percentage la ya keta ning ya muitati they will maintain it so the cost of maintenance will reduce significantly nte nyina munna argumenti bari kam men faalieteng lafta alien jabi jela fo nyin 3 arms of the government they are being paid equally jojo ka jo menna with all the allowance for MP ka jo wala a director of a department akajo menna with all the allowance for MP ka jo wala who is more important than the MP nyinul kono
okay bari yalong MP nyol fanan etol ngamere ye $4 sotole dami yalong ko wo access pour ka $4 to ko
ha yalo wo bejele $4 be yele bari let's look at the justice of things as it is now mbe wala $4 be yele the system is broken bari tonya nin sinkiri sabolu ala fonye ban which is more important and which one deserve to be paid more
I like to think it all for Nigeria. Ndemba do Bamba ila $4 fenkela before ndes Bamba.
Yalong wala nanko bimang asisma understand. Yeah. Come on, yalong ninko 3 arms of government. Ning arms all they are not equal. Imang kanya, imang killing. So do man ndro. Executively partially executive legislature I have control because government deputy le siata government la kawla katama député wol buka tama e fon la conscience la yalon nkana bintala damen jabi wala mi nyinte ko wati ntolu african dalta nyinnale ni nga kumo fo iko nyine kake Europe nyine kake why should munantin na molbe Euro santo be don kayta fana be dumay be don kam menu be dumay be don kam wala be sécurité de because ite be yirbulo men kasi farasinole kane bula mol fe menu ya lon ko ni la cool fon man kilim fereng e be nyaato in every aspect ngo ni ko be assistingo tale ye bori isingo be katila because asike no assist le singo jam fatete warang asingo sutiatete i bori fongo singo la africa alinga tamam fawla nkakara fo ko be ya kala mollal men ya lon kon tolu wolbe nyamen tol mom pare pour kake wo nyama europe be nyamen europe nyanto men be jang woten toliya nyanto ka fo ko mansa ni ko be mansa fen kala moni mansa manke fulandi moni mansa manke ten ye dino dundije ko be dunje buka understand fan because hani mansa executive pour que put to account modol ka ke kasolati ndolla mo findu president si abe kodo tala la kabirin somanda fo fani kew nobody questions akawo kodo bondi min tole andum tolla banko la constitution ay tande ko nimu president hani business o memo business o de iman na kela bari watu le president de business o lam fo nya kaje president Jammeh before ate ni sikoro le soto ni subo da jawiyata asi afonsi finti marché ko na subo wafi asa fo mba wafi la kilo la mba di la kilo bar nali ya wafi nyina isinje ko tilo of course do bali o do welcome le bari ntama welcome because president fo ma nyane si wafi wala fo kala fereng ntolu ko president tasi ila salibayo ila silipaso ila dendiko hani serbeto meke nungo fela ndolle ba be di le lafte yenna baluo bete yandi. That is what executive means. Wala mu executive la do kwati. But B. Ndol be simbe mote sonan so la kafoko. B. The president is richer than the state. Mune ka wasabu. Munanti nantolo ninga do bali sika nyesindi palaso to wol kana ikana fulo so to katambi banko fa bela. Generally, mune ka wasabu. Ngo alinga yalo binta e kumado nyinin ka jang ako munantinna abasanya mafoko ha nganyine ke walantinna ngam fonyo o fenke binta yaje tubabu kan e ka fenne be je ka coded language
Good.
Coded language kumayata bake man sakunda fangola paper ila kaito to e men safeje wala munyinti ko abasanya ye fonyo le katu ki ala a fangola personal reasons wole ala palaso nyi contravene tubab ko to contravene wala mu it does not conform with the law ani loi manta afango man kuto dobi ani loi manta man kutu juma man sakunda mafo aba ala personal reason juma man sakunda mafo anu ni man sakunda mafo it's subjected to speculation fo mole si yafo ko aba sanya me alon ko benga lon ko aba mobe ala dinga tale aba sanya mo suma yar wolti aba sanya biri ba kala ministati amam manya men ke men bala place contravene la mune ketay mune ke men bala place contravene la sain
Good.
ala musu fulo men samba hijola wala ala place contravene ba hani ay amad jide men bali pour ka lo NPP la candidate yal fo le ala place contravene ba hani because all those things are ala muso samba hijola uma fault asike no aya kodo soto minister lam aka ala wan so men soto ma be long asi wo kodo soto no le ka mo kilin samba fo mo fula fo mo saba sila mune abala personal reason yatin na fo ala place on contraventa. That's what Gambia dingul be men nyinin kan andong ndolonga kuma kangul men moy wala nan ko man sakunda si finti nan waran NPP si finti nan isam fani indi because men keta ma hani mbatu ndrong men keta man sakunda la very strong support group baro media empowerment wala following ni rumor start ko abasanyang has to go and don tolonga lon ne wol ke la source bonne dame minto state house baro media empowerment mbele nga wolong wo man tara moy kumpoto fani membe taw kay fanade so before abasanya ye funti en SIS man sakunda SIS taskle pour abasanya kisi ya abasanya kisi iko malum fa la private company ay men sika ya dia fon wulu dingola birabe governor ya la ko contract sol jama be di wala ka contract sol ta who doesn't do that mo yemel long e ka contract ko di wala gambia katama wala nyama
okay
mbe nga jube kabrin kabo karaba police station faita kamalo Mustapha ntol tinyata gambia finistale ni ko abasanye wo be allocate le kabona karaba police station faita bako traffic bako tourist market Mustapha ko abasanye wo to be allocate le ni ko woda ma fanam fo man kanyande kombo coastal road law fonko lu kata o badan nam fonko la fay naki katonna awoto fanam be dile sa intolu reserve la no be nyamin tole
adi jamale la bamba
because nyambay forest bantale ikaya allocate I will be allocate le nyambay forest bantal nko gunjur fenke atodo sukuta keba kunda kabilo Mustapha mbe example o itandile la jang man sakunda ila keno tale iko ka karambungo le loje aning other infrastructural development iko bari be compensate la abasanya start with that kabilo kaitandila ko yundum fele mbe kitio ko non kitio nyum fenketa wotoma Musa Dramel beje nin kitio nyum fenketa mbe keno do di la tol ka keba kunda kabilo mol lale inata namuneke yow keno tala député wala tema ani fon la NPP nkolu Dusano nyolu siaka nyolu alkali nyolu ibe keno soto je momo NPP top officiality abe keno soto latole do balle so ñunu mantara ñunu be fan kunkilin nafa dron ñunu be woda malla Gambia man sakunda kono i mantara banko di
minister fan kunkilin député fan kunkilin so bamba école minister ndey minister fan kunkilin nafa député fan kunkilin nafa asembo warale de ndey ila fa fan contribute la ndey.
Yeah, lafta bambala je sembetu yala and just about this abala taja nimbita back to Kamuru Fenke Asizia. Yeah, Binta Bambaye may explain well because Mansakunda Fangwa itole ababole. Una nanko itole ababole, katu itole afoko aba resign tale because Menke is contravene to ala doko as a minister. And contravention me mineni wele muko yeku kele meni luwa manta or many tamarinyan tamardinyama. So that means ko ye kuleke manyang anu mola nyanto lem fana pour masakunda ya fo molye ay muneke katu itole ababole banku dingolto ye report ole di de man sakunda le report o di ye bolero keko ha a resign tale bari aman resign kodorong abarada dokola wala sasa tale bara resign tale because ay kuleke meni minister tamarndi nyamanke kelenti o meni luwa manke kelenti so je mala bamba okay speculation or that's true ni man sakunda man na femfo mol be tabola jele mol be tafolale mol ye melle be o folale bari man sakunda le ababole banku dingol and banku dingol fana ibe masakunda nyinin kakan afonye iko kariye nyineke afonye munemu ay muneke mun tamarndi nya sifa abaye woleke fo a resignta mun loi abaye wole tinya fo a resignta andu banku dinge raisole pour ka wo fada nyinika pour ka jube because in this time mol man hani social ke abasanya ye mol man kufo mem man imanyana mem folo because masakunda ya be folo ngamuru back to motola. Yes, Aziz agritale, Aziz andanayo silolu why problem bi masi am moyne dañu wara moytu tamit ñu de comparison because Gambia situation bobu lañ nekka su MPP defé dara ñu ne wa UDP defoon nañ ko su UDP defé dara ñu ne wa UDP defoon nañ ko so it means ne ku def dara keneen def similar munuñ waruñ ta xool kooku accountable dañ war a xool rek ne okay because kale def na ko o kale am na more than that we should compare man fana boobu fuñ jaar rek daga ko because suñ ko dagul rek duñ sori because discussion bi du mën a fin ministre si seen moto yi moomuñ ko unless somebody correct me wrong moto yi dañoo dem keneen ñëw jël man loo tax maa doon wax ne I would support the idea ne ministre si suñ amee su government jëndee moto yoo xam ne dañ faa nekk pour MPC dëgg la nit nañ moto di dem si dex gi di ñëw di def seen things si or even within the dex gi because xam nañ ne Gambia moto in fact nit ñi dañ ko jël di ko def luxury waaye du luxury it's a necessity because transport system bi develop boo xam ne mun nañoo comfortable li fu la nee jóg duga dem that is true waaye moto yi waroon nañ faa mun a nekka nga xam ne ku ñëw rek jël because what government liñ def and lan la créer mooy ne ñoom dañ ñëw ne ok dinañ leen yokkal dinañ leen jox moto waaye MPC amuñ capacity bi income level bi pour mun a fay moto yi and fan lañ mujjee si diggante bi within the period biñ leen a defal affaire yi moto yi the same period after some little while ñëw nañ di laajte waat moo xaalis pour seen salary ak allowances am nañ sitting allowance am nañ suñ tukkee ñu ngee tukki every time ñu ngi leen a jox PDM am nañ lifin tamit naka lañ ko dee waxee they have the clothing allowance seen njëre yi ñoo sol yooyu yëpp mu ngi nekk in the same package yooyu yëpp jox nañ leen ko and many other things jox nañ leen ko dëgg la ministre si they are earning mostly higher than them waaye loolu liggéeyi MPC la pour ñu dem parliament free salary ministre si man su ma gisoon MP bu mun a dem def loolu free salary MPC dëggal cabinet ministre si freeze ko ne in the next 2-3 years
I think that makes sense
du fi am salary pour ñu fi increase benn salary si cabinet ministers waaye nit ñi dinañ seet seen salary look at but not cabinet
ministers loolu moo tax ma ne ko ne ñoom am nañ access boobu they have the access to do it so why did they lu tax defuñ ko
yeah waaye ñun liñ gis man suma problème also li ma dee wax mooy ne as is ne MPC all the time lu leen feebo dañ ko dee gis ñu fixé just like Bamba li moo wax about Aba if it's true Baro munta fight mu ne corruption dafa difficult pour nga fight ko corruption dafa naxari pour nga xeex ko waaye moom Baro suñ sàccee xaalisam den Baro xam na corruption naka la méttee xam na naka la dee demee that means Bamba di wax is su dee li Bamba di wax ne dégg moo am den Baro dafa yàpp dëkk bi because
moo am nekku ne su loolu moo am de loolu moo am
aha ok den lii lu moo wone ne Baro xam na naka la méttee suñ sàccee sa xaalis Baro xam na naka la méttee suñ jëlee xaalis boo moom Baro xam na naka la méttee suñ la séedaale wuti loo bokka te ñu ko def
ay séedaale moom
ñu ko no but that is what they are doing loolu lañ nekk di def so Baro xam na loolu yëpp nga xam ne bi ko Aba sàccee o Aba séedawu ko Baro jóg na taxaw ne Aba di nga resign ma sutura la ira mo dahala wa sutura because contravene bi ñoo wax they must have forced Aba pour mu resign because they ku ne Aba dafa resign because contravene ñoom ñoo ko wax de ñoom ñoo wax ne boole Aba si nit ñi léegi so su Baro demee gis naka la méttee ñu sàcca la Baro gis ba pare te su xaalis boobu sax xaalis si sàcca la de su dee Bamba li moo wax ne Caam moo ko jox xaalis si sàcca la de because Caam suñu xaalis
mama kay leeral fii
mais léegi Caam samput hotel so Caam xaalis bi moo jël yëpp mooy xaalis bi ko nguur gi di joxati bi moo sàcc di ñoo sàcc si loxo nit ñi jox ko Caam moom laa sàccati tuuti joxati ko government so affaire si so Baro dafa impliqué boppam su dee lii Baro Bamba ne dëgg la dafa impliqué boppam because su Baro mu ne taxaw jël action because Baro mu ne corruption dafa difficult pour waaye difficult moom suñ ko sàccee moom Baro kon ñun we have a problem MPC tamit ñoom dañoo toog ne mënuñ ta dugal private member bill mënuñ ta pousse nit ñi seen coono seen toroxte seen problème ñaaka lekka seen access to thing waaye bu jotee pour ñoom seen salary su jotee pour ñoom seen moto access ñaata Gambia ñoo mën a eewu suba dem liggéey without mu jël la hours MPC suñ gisee ne loolu problème la jëluñ ko globally ne léegi ñun ñëpp moo tax yi nga fii sax I'm sure it's the same in Canada or it's the same in the UK fii suñ lee def loi ne immigrants yi ñoo def dara ñu bugg a dugal loi dañ ko dee dugal pour ñëpp mu ema ñëpp su ko defee kenn du li fi dañoo ne ñëpp la waaye it's meant for immigrants yow sax fa di nga xam ne lii ñu la laal waaye ñëpp la dee lifin so MP yi dañ mun a def level play nañ leen xeex pour transportation man de suñ defoon loolu naa leen noo support si seen position nañ leen xeex pour transportation bi yomba Gambians yi am accès ci transportation ñu fay leen salary bu ñoo mën a fayee pour pass ñuy mën a liggéey correct pour seen soxla yi boobu waaw waaye defuñ loolu ñoom dañ nekk di xeex pour 2.5 million Aziz loolu métti na
ok Aziz
métti
yaa ngi mute Aziz yi mute la yoon mute
ak jole ba faralen
boobu Aziz mun na boole ci
déedéet xam nga
binda farambe diamule yaje ko doro be jande dem ko binda farambe wuru na mobu ka moy ko sai
ka 1 minute Alinso Bamba no. I challenge you with that money from that so-called champ or any other thing. I'm not agree with that. I want you to go back to next week. You come with clear. We want to hear it from Abba himself. If government accused Abba of something, Abba have to come out and clear himself out. Because we always think that.
But in the government, government man Abba accused it. Government.
Abba corruption.
Hani move.
Marima foko abay I call on
sorry Bamba faye tiñaro leke because contravention
hani yalo
they need a court hold lala
kana kuma fo mansama memfo de mansama fo ay tiñaro ke mansama fo ay suñaro ke mansa ko Abba resigned for personal reasons that contravene his position as minister.
But Bamba, wait. Nga clarify because more level Abba resigned for personal reason in contravention to a position as a minister.
Yes.
That means Abba resigned because I cool ke meaning a la minister a la personal power menke amanta anala
minister yala cool manta
wala ay luwale tinya meni minister ya manta.
But that's where the question of accountability comes because by right for Mansakunda not all to us ntolu kuareo ntolu kana explaining yeko nyine
Bamba mobu go okay.
Binda fela komboku.
If other ministers keep on doing that when they know that they did wrong, Yeminke is not any lua manta, any la position of manta, they resign. That'll be good. Right there. I thank you. As I say about director of immigration, about vehicle, I disagree with you. She need to have only one vehicle, only government one vehicle. I challenge you on that. I don't know anything about Abla Sanya, but Sidi Ture, I can swear on the Quran. Yes, I will challenge you for that one. Sidi Ture have only one vehicle, government vehicle, only one, no other than only DG1. What about Bulokon? Government and motor killing the Sidi Ture Bulokon. Challenge.
Binta jani assist bina dorong quickly dorong Binta minister so abaye menke hani bi njeta fola abale resign because masakunda ye memfonte ani ika memfo aba resign amanta nyola amanta nyoka
ay man nyoma come on, it's like a two different statements. Exactly. Yes.
Masakunda ila communication o tinyar ba kata ngole keta wo jeto. So andu ngatara in contravention name. That is mean ko Mansakunda fananye loi tinyale. Katu loi ye memfo iba fole ila molye menketa. Especially cabinet ministers nyol ni kuke mol nyanta lonale. So Mansakunda for a criminal offense to the population of the Gambian people because hadi bi malo menketa. Suturo nyinde sutura kute doku dulale banku dokole sutura tije kada datije so Mansakunda fango ikafo nyaadi fo ye tinyaro le ya nakar imaso nakola so they are also part of the criminal
okay so Aziz yes Aziz
okay ala ko bo ndi nyembe do morol lanu
mobe ko domoro akamulu ko mobe ko domoro
la ko bolu moyle adum bi kacha dia tabak because ngaje ko dal na nyim parliament bi maybe the majority is bambanin day wolle majority but then you know we are even independent can you attack binta itonyala aseke sidi toure moto kilin soto barinte mbedi amuka menna is the system member in place the system member in place oye nyin top official lolu momo se moto soto ani utility vehicle adum ise sidi toure da male point no bari director dolu tambita ite fana ye jele adu ya jele benu nyame so ndeka wole system fo député olu fana fango mela ko justify bari comme na jibe against other arms of government me alonko is widespread ndeka diamu wolla comme is a systemic inequality bari ntol yedula kilin neje ntol kajele fenke whilst we are excusing others me alonko they are not being held accountable ndeka fo wole nkadiamu wolla lafta fana kadiamu about ni minister la kuola adun ndefana lata ko minister nying was corrupt abasanya was corrupt
yeah, because the English the angale kan ni ya fa nyameng
ha
mal nak denga understand nyameng aning they understand nyameng amro wol kilono the English ya fresh ni dara nyameng wolong ay kule ke mi alon ko aning ala palaso la kul manta wala tinna ya ngamera
yalong afata ning abeleta ibe mu ku kilingoti bare abeleta o munyi nyandirol bara afata malo fe understand
ngafam
exactly afata abeleta ibe mu kilingoti abeleta ikawo nyandile bara be mu afata abasanya a corruptly adum amanji ala dia nyawola ka foko to nyanga kule ka nin silo manta ambatu ngaji hani aba ye nyine laye nye bay wala yeji kodi ye muso men bay futu wala sila ka foko ngam na futu o bang woman sense me just one sec nyindi wol
okay de ngamera bamba yeje mwela ko
no alimbatu kanale
okay
aba e sunya roleke ay jimal la kodi sunya mansa kunda la kodo hannin tarako wo kodo nyanta dila nu MPP la imadi MPP la because ibe MPP ibe mansale nin tata nin bambala allegation wala me ya dila ama dila just because amam mole jabe adila menna aya di kule kamma wala munti pour ça ma yalon kanyine fo nun corruption to wolum birimba ba faram fansel ka kuke mense kusi masama me ya lonko ni atata nun silo la ita atesilema woto wo kodo mu mansala kodolte mansa kundale nyanta fintile ye to nyafo molye isaje molse lamaniya bari ka foko doron ka fo nyama men just doron ase patio nyin wala ase mansa kunda nyandi ndema je wo nyama ndunga manyan dan na nyina inyanta ya investigate
akumada baki
alaji baro e ku kilim faliari men ba ko Gambia resign wom crime leti pour moye do ko ke saka ministre esi dore ko e palaso sendi wala famo mukuru yati woto sila e kuriya menke ka palaso sendi be wala kisi la nyimma senda famoy binta amanjari nyi ya foye wala ma foye Gambia mo bukari resign saka ibe minister ngam minister kilin neje jamano wala resign ta adunga la resign o keta kurangol te wala mu sirif sekuba siseti sirif sekuba sise bringa be finance minister tata fo kurango ya ma balo ma fenkeno a resign ta wo karo afata bari mo kote ngoli kamem moy hani sirif di banyolu ifutata dulal to men ni ma resign be bayla nyina tonyati nga tonya fo nyoy ntol we were all here up to this moment man sakunda e fintina ye tonya fo molie mbe ya lomune be caring adu yenying hold to account in a public investigation me ya lon kasi mobe la maniande ñine mu nakmo
Day.
Yeah, what as is in fact important element sakunda ena ay tonya fo mole because ni man fitina bamba ye men fo fanan be o mutala le batu bamba is confident ko ñi nekk so mol fanan be wole mutala ko wole kita anun aziz ye men fo tonya lem na mol bu ka resign na mol man that resign culture so to ka fi be sidi minister ya be diari nyame andu ngamira ko man la ko aba within the short period the wrong election of the kolbe but the wrong he ako sign ngako di jama megle mfatale afele because ñinin duralem dika ke ñinin durale so man sakunda faye fintinam ay call clarify because more convinced la andu mo kana mo nene man sakunda le asafe iko contravention ye menke wala muko ye kuleke me ya lonko tamar ndi nyame nu anin la doko tamar mata wala ye kuleke me ye loi tinya diamuti foni ye na ko teke ya foko ma minu wala ma wodole diamole jakasita mbulu foni ye ofo bari ya fele aleta ya je hako mambete ya maybe masakunda fongo ma minu pour kanaka nyin safe bari hako mambete ya ibe dunia banko bela fengo tala iba domala iba tinyala ibe kolbe kala imam bala fa molye gambianol be fala molbe batari ibe siri wokan ala legi saferndi fenna imamira fan katu gambenol ko killing baro man loki anala man sakunda isi kobe fo gambianol la say gambenol nya yeleta nyame koku ya safe koku ya fo gambenol batala ya tame faye sene ya wech ya landila so man sakunda nyanta understand say man tara diam la gambian dingol me yalla ko be sinola so ye naye o bondi back to MPs nyol nte MP sol tonya asis anda na yo silinga wa affaire ne okay ñi anuñ mo ñi ani way li ma bëgg wax moy ne MPs man dañ ma disappoint because man si ñom la yaakar man su nguur gi doxut président Baro doxut man MP yi la yaakar ne nañ ma taxawal nañ ma xéxal nañ fight suma right way su MP yoy tamit ma gis doxal ñi ñoo doxale ñi Baro di doxale ñuy doxale non bobu dafa metti bobu dafa jafé because dañ ñun Gambia ni amatuñ kenn ku ñoo yaakar ñun kan la ñoo yaakar du président Baro du cabinet ministre sami du suñ MPC te ñun lan lay yaakar kana ñoo taxawal kanay taxawal ñi sani karta kanay taxawal ñi fay tax kanay taxawal doomi Gambia ni kanay taxawal young people yi di ci back way ñi dem di len toroxal ci Morocco teg leen fa ñuy yuuxu di ñaan help kanay taxawal gaay toog ci biir am kidney problème mënuñ ta am machine yi sax kana leen taxawal kanay taxawal Gambian
janjibe
bi eew suba wara dem liggéey mu jël ko 6 hours pour mu aga Banjul o aga fu mo liggéey kana leen taxawal MPC suñ agé fofu ba nga xamné MPC seen boppa ñu ngi def lu Baro di def ñom ñu wara accountable ñom ñu wara accountable so man lay wone 2.5 million lolu metti na
Mustapha yes
Mustapha tilimbal yalla be kere
because ñim fankum bambo la ñanda bala
yaaje
kamulu ñameng
moka jongole nene bari buka ala nene man sakunda la ñing leta me ya funtinde regarding abala resignation wallahi ifangol be contravention of safela wato menna imamiranu
the English yemi safede
yalo ñina mu toñati fo nga toñala fo ñoy ala fangol man song ye gambenol cheat walantina that doubt that cloud ayo dundi leta ñing kono ya post wo ñama tonni ba edit lale
yes the English my understanding
yalo jamaje nga assist moyle wala nang ko bimma assist understand because ka fa salary mu jelleti civil servant ngo Gambia la population do man din da malabe do ko la majority man tara do kula do bal lemu fentawon lemu wala do ko mu samalati jumale ke karfajo ala le ka sama lalu karfa jo nsafo sawo sanjo bari ka mendo ko ikata wole wafi balwala. What is Gambia doing for those people? Wole mu majority ninga atara majority le ka mansakunda form wole mansakunda sindi mansakunda be mune ke ka woliye le tulo bala na dinul be Tunis iko saying ebe wulole kono almost 2 weeks 3 weeks kela bantale ikata ka kumbal nim mentengol lel domo Mustapha nyimbala fa war batale because mune wol si wodulato iyale man tenkun iyale man dia a jarate yedu ko leya be kono pour ye fundi eta dulato damen fisata ntol kay yaka damen na hanni ko ko isa fo bar nyinka ke tubabu dula nyina na mobe kata tubabu du muna nate keno lan tolia Mustapha sanji taw lulu nim feng kabirin tol nga independent soto mobe kata nyaton tol we are still stagnant ntol be noto manta dawda nunto we made use of the river Gambia lady chilen or lady right kabo banjule aita faye naki basela river transportation
very important and cheap.
Ofane tamol sonendi jawara ya make so ko be man bosol ka bori silo kan kulungo ka bori bakono nimme man silo
wala sabu bi ninga bibi na wasodo num coming nga fo nyema do kumala back yes
abe kumala wala tinna neku yata man oncle bibi soto bi because bibi be would have taught us history abe kuja malle folanye nko gambe diwul be tilimbale la gambe diwul be tawla yalla wotuma dibitewlu wolu kam moto sifa le borindi wotuma nanunta dibitewlu wolu kam moto sifa borindi 2017 nga moto di dibitewlu wo moto yi mawo fango explaining nya dibite bu moto lu keta nyaadil hamne atra bele tinyata inyanta moto tinyarulu assemble la yeyi tan ngeke social media foytul ba media group soto ba fo MP lu tolu imam media department soto ba je ngo mbeka jele wato wati comme binta kam même fodron ako sidi ndoma sidi touré ate moto kilinde babulu bari asis ka da même fo binta man je understand wala mu nyinti ko hanna ya tara moto mu mete immigration bulu sidi touré te tamala singola because atelam director nabe constable bulu warang sajin binta la bulu ibe sajin binta la moto le tala ya di director la because atelam director te binta la nyanta tamala singola barata man nyanta tamala singola bari that concept nyanta wala kelela nga bondi because the reason being President Barrow every day ala baluo da ma foko ala salary de ala wanso da ma is 150,000 kilo nganyene di president 150,000 a day. Mustapha, calculate that in a month. Munantina di bitawul tela jo kafula iba kafulal bari di menu kabata beti wala mu di third arm of government wala mu na judiciary inane amoy watu jumala ko mansa kunda mo tol tala judiciary tema for dananga moy hani ya Jammeh time for judiciary is not an important arm munantina na jojo fangay ka fengay ko jojo ko ha kunun tata nafilo lan sino ta bintina no kitiol ngawul be moy mol la kitiol be lar mol be siriri man ime ila kito mamba dole saji
Bama ela broda ko e surwa ka ngofo
Melvin ko nga so okay amna ñene ñoo xamne Melvin deguma olof bu bari way dina jëm amna ñene ñoo xamne sen case yi ñu ngi ci court yi be tay mënu ñoo am justice like the Bob Keita case Bob Keita mom almost 2 years mu ngi remain government compensated ko upon all that suffering he has gone through court later on acquitted him of the charges leveled against him. And ndolla concept buñu am as Gambians suñu la tuumale rek you are guilty until you prove yourself innocent. When our constitution mom mo ne kiñu tuumal mom defu dara until loi bi taxaw liñ ko tuumal mu dëgër taxaw ne
so Bamba, have you got evidence? It is evidence dole ko aba aning cham kendingo mi kafo
ani man cham to fo de nko men ye musu no samba kito buda tuta to le bulali ajube man sa kunda coded language le nan defana nga coded language le nati
okay ba man la fe jan ko to dia janna iko mi man sa kunna sambe musu ndingo samba kitio
ha
woko ay kodole di abala
ay wala fo president we
president Adama Barrow
andu nga sedol soto media la konte to fo no social media bari nga sedol soto afo president Barrow fonga ya lonne anin wo kendingo men kaka na gambian dole samba kitio la ko aya kanu la ko ma kanu whatsoever anabe diamo la molle bije andu ate fonga ya aba call not with his own number din kumo ko ita mababa bakele de asene atamale set wo wularo mobe state house me Barrow media empowerment command pour ye start to fight aba that was the day ya start ka aba sanyang kele
okay
sila mbake mien sila je bamba wolong ning moka wo sembo soto ken ningo ka wo sembo so e ma bero wo fango se loi fango manipulate no la because naka diamuno president o directly was deal si fal katamano aka diro ke imamara wo france
bari Mustapha walantine contrat ko di ken pray OIC hotelo lo wo OIC hotelo nyi ko do karakili be do motala banda ngo ko nyabala le fenke Tuba Gay Hadim Gay dol ka kumandi Hadim Gay la dol ka fay Tuba Gay
yes
Hadim Gay kabo Palmarima Johnson Palmarima fay naki wodlala imam hamma jede tatalo damen no be demonstrate kan man sa kunda o mo be allocate Hadim Gay 180 by 180
Bamba.
Yes, Aziz.
Bearing other people sort of that are following, I want us to kind of recap the main topics of discussion, but also try to speak in languages that other people may understand. So I'm going to start here by saying that the topic today is about the allocation of vehicles to MPs and, of course, the sudden resignation of the Minister of Local Governments and Lands. My position with regards to the allocation of vehicles to MPs, my position is very clear that I support it. I understand as well the frustration of a lot of Gambians, but I support it from the perspective of the fact that this is one of the three arms of government. And when you look at the executive, look at the judiciary and parliament, and look at the remuneration for all these three arms, you will come to realize that judiciary are the least paid, and they have a greater responsibility, given their proximity to the grassroots, given the responsibility and expectations from their constituents. This is my argument. And the argument stems from the fact that as an MP, you are expected to take care of funerals. You're expected to host anyone who comes from your constituency looking for papers, not only host them, house them, feed them, transport them, stand by them whilst they go through all those processes. As we speak now, I can definitely assure you that if we are having flights coming from Saudi Arabia, returning pilgrimages, MPs would have been at the airport trying to help their constituents. All of this comes at a cost, and they need to have mobility. This is not to say that I justify the unreasonable spillage of our resources. No. But I'm saying if we have a better system that is able to kind of either also hold other departments accountable and not only focus on MPs. This is the position that I have taken.
Okay.
xaw ma ni ma ko waxee leer na waaye ndey dina ko bamtuwaat ci olof tey nag man maa fi wéet parce que ñëpp ànd ñoo man waaye nag ba ñu ma wéetaay
but Aziz, it's really nice the way you put it, because it's very important we go into these discussions and then people understand what everybody is saying. But I disagree a little bit to some extent, because I believe that the government should have put a structure in place where MPs can have access to cars that they will use as a utility car that they can be using. And when they finish their tenure, the other MPs will come and take it down a whole wastage. Because for me, in fact, now it makes me reflect and think, because why? I remember when the MPs increased their salaries and their allowances, and now I'm connecting the dots, seeing that due to the amount of money they're going to pay, because when you look at the payment they're talking about, because it's not really confirmed because we haven't got documents to really prove that, but from them, you can see that that amount of money they're going to pay with over 2.5 million, they cannot even, it's not sustainable. That's the reason why they had to increase their salaries. And for me, that's corruption. That is corruption in the sense that you increase your salary because you have something you want to buy, something you want to use, something you want to make it so easy for you. When majority, more than 2.5 million Gambians don't have access to transport, cannot even go to work on time because they have to spend hours waiting for transportation. Meanwhile, our MPs are there increasing, changing, doing whatever they want. When their salaries are not enough, they can go to parliament and increase it. When their allowances are not enough, they can go to parliament and increase it. When they need cars, they can go to parliament and increase it. The only thing they don't do is to go to parliament and put in a private member bill to address the issues the ordinary Gambians who voted for them are talking about. We don't have people with kidney don't have the machines there. And there was a time when we hear them crying in the hospital, lining for machines. I haven't seen any MP that went to parliament and put in a private member bill holding the Minister of Health accountable for death, because they are murdering people, they're killing people. So they are murdering people, they are killing people because they're a responsibility. I haven't seen any MP that's going to do that. I haven't seen MPs when Gambians are crying about transportation costs, how high it is, and the lack of transportation and access to transportation. I haven't seen MPs going to parliament to push a private member bill on that. I haven't seen MPs when people are talking about high cost of living, food prices, they are not eating. When they eat breakfast, they don't have dinner. When they eat dinner, they don't have breakfast, or they won't have lunch. How is MP going to push to ask government to streamline that? As is, I agree with you on a point. The MPs could have gone to parliament and freeze salary increment for ministers. They can do that. They can put a private member bill there and see how many people will support it. But they could have freeze it for the next 3 years. That gives room for money to flow in, and they look at the structure. They also put a bill to look at the structure, payment structure of the ordinary people, the public servant, the ordinary people, to be able to address these issues that people are working just because you have to wake up to go to work. In fact, some people will tell you that when I woke up in the morning, my salary doesn't even meet my transportation cost to work. People tell you.
So
MPs have a big role here to change those things, because yes, government make policies, but MPs also push bills that they can challenge. And then even if the bill doesn't go in as is, I will support them. I will say, yes, they did something. But I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing the fiery way they are firing to the ordinary Gambians, calling them jealous, calling them talking too much, if that is true, because it's a leak they said from their group. I haven't seen that fiery way they do to address our issues, those who voted for them. And this is why I have problems with them. And they are young people. They are young people. That's scary. Okay. Very scary.
Thanks. Binta.
Binta ran away.
Right. Okay, Bamba.
Bamba ran away. I'm gonna okay, Bamba is back.
Bamba buka bori. Bamba manke bor lati.
Bamba bari.
Aziz. Aziz nzafo nyang. Aziz ntolu malloki. as a nation normal loki mol bebe democracy kumbokan bare ndolla Gambia hanni mo wulita jang president olem a wulita ko nim malaiko le kadiyam mol be sotla Gambia la menu ba fasal nyantan hakilo tula bak ntolu lafta concept men bill la Gambia kono wo concept damante o man fali yenni so siti dame akanyamo nyimi wala ay na banko beke nin soti ko rew siat eke buka sot ñine be Gambia ñine be tamakal banko dingo baje ko ba futu wala mu yenta do ko la dame nga meki je nimma mek modele mina o ba mek la le ko kawla I think that Gambia is a young population. Mbega lo ne ko Gambia mo funding ke banko le ko ni aliga balafa funding ke oni do ku jumal le be create kan isa fa ko funding ke oni fanansi do ko ke no nyel planto le ye balu soto balu membe sone ala membe rural urban drift talala membe migration talala membe backway talala dibitol bu ka ko ne nyaaje ko en to la dibitol bu ka fenne kacha mbe nyaabala dibitolu ni sita dibite bu ngoto ministre natale e ka ministre karle protection e ka ministre karle jininka e tolbe mun afo bin tayta mi do manima
I'll do that.
Hanim fele jang.
Ela fenko, ela
I'm sorry.
No, yalam binta kati immigration le boda manke kucha hanote binta be immigration always so ngalo na be boda le to bari e boda noise be warle mbake bari sai même on la problème o wala mu ñenti ko ntol ben na future le destroy kan manke control be sai fo da male tinya kan ntol ben na future le destroy kan as a nation na funding ko bebe destroy kan a bebe banko bula kan banko sembo katale wolbita wandi banko len na fala be sembo do kula wolle be wolle develop la ndolbe tula noto Gambia wati mina fa hani badi la fa to sotola ke ba kenza wolle be tula so kono because mo be kam meita ndi dingola wala mo yinti ko ngoy fula wol jele be katani mbaku le te be siri imanta sen
Bamba
yes
I appreciate your point te beyond my wachi olof li ngeen wax yeb waaw li ngeen wax yeb man andana ci waaye gis nga mun nañu toog di ŋaaña wala di joytu wala di mébét ci wala di ñaawlu li nga xam ne mooy xew te loolu képp kuy doomi réew te nga jëñoon war nga koo ñaawlu waaye dañ war a seet lan moo ko waral naka lañ ko mën a saafarale tey suñ parlement suñ néegi député ci ni mu bindoo ak ni suñ parliamentary proceedings di demee ak setup bi ci boppam gisuma lu fi député yi mun a def gisuma ci soppeeku buñ mun a def li ma mun a xam mooy man ci li ma yaakaar suñ député yi ñooñu waroon a wax dëgga ci lañu mun ak lañu munut ndax ñun suñ système ni mu mel député yi ñi féetee nguur gi seen taxawaay mooy support nguur gi seen policy bépp coppite bu nguur gi indi ñoom loolu mooy seen taxawaay député yi féetee ci kuje gi ñoom ñooy mun a am sax sañ-sañi question yooyu seet ndax li ñoo def yoon la wala du yoon ñu am nuñ xëj naa taxawaay buñ ci
ñoom lan mooy seen
leen ma rek xam nga dama bëgg pour ñu understand parce que bu dut loolu dañoo jël yépp boole ci benn basket di leen blame tey soo seetee election results yi député opposition yi yépp daanaka ci minority lañ ne boo jëlee li MPP ak coalition am win nga boole ci nominated members yi nga xam ne Barrow moo leen taanal boppam ñoom ñu dem ba gis seen boppa ne Barrow la ñoo liggéeyal ñooñu boo leen boolee fu ñu demee woote duñ win loolu mooy réalité bi nga xam ne tey suñ député yi am na loo xam ne ñu ngi koy séentu duñ ko mun leneen li ma bugg a wax mooy pour indi private member bill dëgg la lu leen war la ndeyte loolu man bugga naa koo gis waaye ñaari mbir moo ci ne am na loo xam ne doo ci indi private member bill for instance akki bi nga xam ne moo xewoon xale yi dee ci loolu du private member bill xëy na député yi dañoo hold government to account te loolu itam buñ amut di numbers kenn du leen dégga gënaluma de li may wax nii gënaluma waaye nag xam nga itam nañ député yi wax nit ñi dégga nañ leen wax li ñu mun ak lu ñu munul su ko defee kenn du leen sonal waaye dañoo toog ne boo leen ñu wootelee dinañ leen defal lii dinañ leen indil lii benn du ci dégga ci fi ñu toolu parce que amuñu resources bi amuñ man-man bi private member bill pour benn député indi ko capacité bi sa nekku fa ndax lawyer yi
okay day Milde do that your thought
it's just for regular private member bill Aziz moo tax man ma ne député dañ leen war a maybe jàngalati seen liggéey wax leen lan ay seen liggéey lan tax ñu nekk fa lan lañ fa toogee ak naka la yëf yi war a demee ak naka lañ war a représenter ni fu naa loolu dafa important right now since ñu ngi dem deep into that private member bill Gambia House many times push nañ for private member bill and diaspora bi to be fair to them dañ dee pare sax pour sponsor bills yi they are ready pour sponsor bill waaye dangaa daw ba soona pour am koo xam ne sax na soo because lobby yi la loolu lañ dee wax nga dem si kii lobby dem si kii lobby dangaa daw fii daw fële ñu sànni la football sometimes sax léegi dañ la dee wax ne waaye suñ ko defee sax duñ am ku ñoo support waaye test it the resources there test ko na fail ñoo xam ne fail na waaye try nga because sometimes you just bring it out dina tax nit ñi jóg sa jàppale la ñun Norway lañ nekk fii Norway bi moo pass lifin léegi ñu ngi discuss about the Africa strategy Norway dañ oo Gambia House dañ ñu oo ne ñu Africa strategy la ñoo develop the new strategy dañ bugg a seen input gars yi oo ñu ba parliament ñu dem toog parliament ñun ñu wax suñ conditions as Gambia House as an organization wax leen condition yii lañ bugg a gis gars yi ñu wati ñu demati oyati ñu ba foreign affairs minister ñu toog foofoo ñoom wax leen ne lii lañ bugg a gis biñ pare ba pare ñu ne leen in fact ñun duñ em si loolu rek de dañ koo document right now we are writing our input to the document and they took it very seriously so loolu laa de wax ne fuñ jaar mun a MPC understand lan ay seen liggéey lan tax ñu nekk fa lan lañ war dee def lan lañ leen fa tegee because MPC suñ toogee rek fiil ne ñoom moom nit ñi place bi ñoo ko moom dañ leen toog seen place du mun a dem ba pare private member bill si ñoo wax Gambia House have been lobbying nit ñi xam ko xamuñ ko we've been lobbying private member bills dañoo nok seen bunkasi ne leen lii la sometimes we even write these things we sit down and write them and the money is there as well but dañ la dangaa daw ba torox nga give up because liñ leen dee wax la we have our full-time jobs we have things that we do for Gambia can pay you it's free can pay you at this something has to be done.
I'm not so on day. Thank you very much. Welcome on board. Bamba, Janimina, Madunga, Mel, welcome. Mr. Roberts, welcome on board.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, the current state of affairs in the home. I think you've been following some of the discussion, but we know about the current state of affairs, the MPs, about this vehicle sort of thing that's going on, and the minister resigning. Was it a resign or it's been forced to resign? Your thoughts?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Incident. Somebody. So okay. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? There's somebody that's like very loud. I can't.
Yeah, that's
so much
fine.
background noise.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So incidentally, I just posted on my Facebook that I was gonna go come on live at 9 p.m. because I wanted to just give my own take with regards to the discussion that's going on the. So I'm confused because I'm seeing on your show it's saying it's 2.5 million. I think other places are saying it's 3.5 million. So I don't even know what is the exact figure, but that goes to show the kind of like miscommunication, or should I say mystery, that's surrounding the documents that, you know, really should be public documents, the procurement documents, as to what is the exact amount, the exact cost of these vehicles. Some people are saying the MPs are contributing 50%, others are saying government is contributing 70%. We don't know what the exact figures are, what the numbers are. However, I for the first time, I'm going to differ from a lot of people, because I wholeheartedly do not agree with the discussion that's taking place on social media that the MPs should not be given these vehicles. So that is my position, and I'm going to explain the reason.
Yeah, please,
I'm going to explain the reason why I have come to that conclusion. First and foremost, we need to understand what the subject matter is. Are we simply, as a nation, are we simply as a society, as Gambians, frowning on the issue of the cars being given to the National Assembly members? Or are we saying that the National Assembly members, by virtue of their performance, by virtue of what they have been able to accomplish since they took on office, are not deserving of the vehicle at this point in time?
Yeah, but Mel, how about the poor people on the ground, like the people?
No. Hang on. We would get that is shifting the buck. We have to discuss okay. I understand. Okay, most of the time when Gambians take up a particular issue, it's more of sentiment and emotion. So now let us not go to the people yet, because
yes, you can interject anytime there if you wish.
Okay.
There, because I think I disagree with Melvin that Gambians most of the time they talk about sentiments. Gambian, what the question you asked as well, saying that these people, are they deserving? I believe that Gambians, the reason why they raise the issue is because they feel they are not deserving, because they haven't seen any results. Gambians don't talk just as sentiments. They talk because they take things from their standpoint at what they feel, the things they go to.
The reason I'll back.
They don't have information that can make it sentiment, but because the government or our people are very bad at providing information. You are saying
the reason I would
available, so people will use what is available out there. But
yes, I agree, but I will justify. Yeah, I agree, but I will justify my reasons for saying it's sentimental and or emotional. And I wanted to make the point before his question. The point I was trying to make is, when a country takes up an issue, there has to be a substantive reasoning and a substantive questioning of the matter at hand. Now, what we have to arrive at as a nation is, what is the substantive questioning at this point with regards to the vehicle? And that was why I reduced it to two issues. Is it that we are saying as a country that the National Assembly members should not be allocated these vehicles because the vehicles are expensive, and that the Gambia is struggling, and that we have, for example, someone cited that we have the hospital that doesn't have dialysis machines. We have pregnant women dying in hospital because they lack basic amenities, health amenities that they should need? Or are we saying that the National Assembly members at this point in time are not deserving of these vehicles, again, because of their non-performance, or because of what they have been able to accomplish since they took on office?
Well, what are your thoughts?
Now,
because if you hear Gambians making noise, there must be a
hang on,
that.
Okay, but if you just give me just 5 minutes, I think I should be able to steer the conversation in the way where you would have the answers to your questions. Now, the first thing that I want to say is, and that is dealing with the first hypothetical question, is that should they not be given vehicles? I think if, as a country, we're saying that they shouldn't be giving vehicles, I think that would be hypocritical. You have three arms of government. You have the executive, you have the legislature, you have the judiciary. These are all crucial and very important and very pivotal arms of government that makes up the entire government machinery to function and work in any state. In fact, I dare say, if you look at it critically, the parliamentary arm of government, the legislature, is the most important arm of government if you were to put them in a manner of hierarchy. You would give them the foremost position of importance, for the simple reason that the legislature has a complete oversight authority over the executive arm, and in some way over the judicial arm. Now, the ministers of state, and Bamba is on this live, and Bamba can authenticate what I'm saying because we've both worked for the government, held senior government positions. Ministers of state are given government vehicles. Not only that, they are also given utility cars to be used by their families to run errands and stuff. All these are provided with drivers being paid from government coffers. These vehicles are maintained by the taxpayers. Insurance, road tax, even fuel for these cars are maintained by the taxpayers. We have never seen an outburst, an outcry, or even a questioning of why the executive is giving such a privilege. Now, you go to the judicial arm. Judges of the Superior Court, from the Supreme Court to the Court of Appeal to the High Court, even the Magistrates Court, are all given vehicles free of charge, fuel from government or from the taxpayers, drivers, and everything else, maintenance of these vehicles. Now, from what I know, the National Assembly members are contributing, and I will come to the issue of the increase of salaries. The National Assembly members are contributing, be it 50%. That's the discussion now. We don't know the exact figures, but they're saying 50%. So they're contributing 50% to the cost of these vehicles. Now, the entire executive, apart from ministers, deputy permanent secretaries, directors, and all the senior government officials, are all given government vehicles that 90% of the time are not used to run government business. If you look at the budgetary allocation for the maintenance of these vehicles on the road by the executive, it surpasses the entire amount of the vehicles that have been allocated to the National Assembly members. If we go back in time,
I'll ask you, Rob, what are you insinuating here? No, we need to interject. You know,
I think you should allow us to interject here.
Yeah, this is a conversation. We're having a discussion, not like.
No, you can interject. I'm not saying you can't interject.
No,
I just want you can.
As Mustapha, I'm even telling that because he's hosting. I disagree with Mel because you see, I don't like this thing of Gambians every time. Yeah, we should let them go because the ministers have this. The National Assembly also have a role there to be able to say, to look at some of these extravagant spending of the cabinet ministers as well. They can, the vehicle that are lying down there, they're not using it, they can be repurposed. For me,
but the National Assembly, but that is wrong, because the National Assembly does not operate in that way. The National Assembly cannot.
They can raise issues around these things because people have.
You can only raise issues. No, I'm sorry. No, that is wrong.
Issues because
no, I'm sorry, but that is wrong. You can only raise issues in the National Assembly. You can only raise issues that are before the Assembly as a content of discussion.
Yes, but they can also, you will agree with that, they can also put in private member bill no matter what.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm going to come to that. Absolutely.
So what I'm saying right now is that Gambians have been raising alarm on the extravagant spending of cabinet ministers, the vehicles, the transportation. The reason why I guess this National Assembly thing become a shock. Everybody rely on them. All hopes are on these people. People look up to them. They see they are our only hope. When government fail, cabinet ministers fail, they are our only hope. And because they are asking for... Okay,
I think Bamba Samalo getting.
If these people are now disappointing us 2.5 and even the payment as well. These are the things, the salaries they are paying them. A couple of months ago, last year, they asked for salary increment, allowances, and all these things. Is it linked to that? Is it because they are paying these things? So people have the right to question these things, and you don't have to wait because they haven't said anything about the ministers, because they haven't said anything about permanent secretaries. We cannot say anything about MPs. I think we should move away from those kind of.
No, but you can, but it wouldn't be justified. You can, but it wouldn't be justified.
It's justified because they employ them. It's people's money, and they have a right to raise those issues.
But
yes,
how?
We should also look at the issues of ministers, and I will agree with you. But to say that it's not justified, I vehemently disagree.
No, I'm not saying no. I am not saying it is not justified to raise the issues of the National Assembly members. I'm saying it wouldn't be justified if we give a blind eye to what the judicial arm is doing, give a blind eye to what the executive is doing, and then take a position on. I see people making arguments and saying, but how would you drive a 2.5 million car to your constituent? How is the president driving a Hammer Jeep, a $5.4 million car to go on campaign?
But Melvin, you want to take the conversation to that level?
No, but then the responsibility, but the responsibility falls back on us as Gambians. What are we doing?
Now you are saying that it wouldn't be justified. That's why Gambians are talking now.
And you talk Gambians. No.
Where are you now? Which side?
No. You see,
talking and raising issue. You said it wouldn't be justified. Now you're saying that it rests on us. That's why Gambians are raising it. The cabinet ministers, people have been raising these issues. The government, the president, people are the permanent secretary, people have been raising these issues. But
where have they been raising it? Where have they been raising it?
Has been there. These discussions have been there.
No. You see the point?
It came at a time when the country is struggling, and Gambians are shocked when we are dying.
But the country is struggling, and your country, our country, took a 57-man delegation to the UNGA. You know how much it costed.
That was even.
You know how much it costed to hire a private plane to take 57 members to the UNGA.
That has been an issue also. Gambians these days, that issue have been there. And I remember that issue also was like this. The point for me, what I'm saying is that I have no problem for MP to have cars, but government should put cars in place that MPs can use. When you leave, another person can take it and use it as well. The timing as well now is wrong because Gambians are struggling to get to job. Gambians are struggling to even leave. Gambians are dying. The head is dead. All these things. Okay. So you come and bring 2.5 in my eyes. You think I won't react as a citizen that has no food to put on the table?
Thank you.
But at the same time, contemporaneously, as we're having an outburst on the vehicles for the National Assembly members. At the same time, there is a monthly allocation of just the president's budget for food. That's on a monthly basis. It's on the table.
Wait a minute, that has been raised.
It's on the table. No, you're missing my point. No, you're missing my point. I'm not saying it has not been raised. Yes. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What the point I'm trying to make.
Yes, where I disagree with you. This comparison, when they say,
but the comparison must be done. But the comparison must be done.
Well, legi,
because we always do that. We are playing. Something you say because UDP did that. When you say it because MPP or
no, but when it comes to government, when it comes to government functioning, when it comes to government functioning, you cannot you cannot but compare, because the way government works is different from the way other independent institutions work.
Thank you. Okay, can I come in here, Mel? All
right. Lady,
if I may
just point bima don wa fim neka tuma private member building.
But
okay.
Ñun ñep ben okay gis na ne Bamba Mass mu ngey ñew parce que ndey soxla na ndimbal. Bamba come in.
Mr. Speaker, can I have the floor, please?
Yes,
because I need to leave it for almost 9 years.
I must say, I'm really shocked that my senior man, Melville, would come here to defend our elected representatives who were given vehicles less than 5 years. When we all said the government should not, president should not allocate vehicles to MPs at the time, I was one of those that was defending the MPs. Then, because then I believe that the vehicles that were given to the MPs it would belong to the government. MPs come and go. But what I have observed in the Gambia is most of the time we serve ourselves first. The cook would serve themselves first before the guest. This is what is happening because the MPs, they were able to present a bill that would prevent their parties, their respective political parties, in case if they switch seats, like if they switch parties or if they resign from their party, they would not lose their seats. Before that was what we used to have in parliament. But MPs came and shielded themselves from that. When we that voted for them are still crying for 7 years that we need to have a bill in parliament that would enable the diaspora to vote, nobody is talking about it. It is now even almost forgotten. On top of that, we are still craving, begging our MPs. At least we are not saying that if you bring a private bill to parliament, it will pass.
Bamba,
we want to see you in action.
Thank you, Bamba. All right, we're out of time, to be honest. We've been here for like 2 hours or so. On the next program, this is a radio station, and the next program is about to come with radio. The next program is meant to be 8 o'clock. We've been here for about 2 hours, but what we're going to do, a recap of the stories, and then you share your thoughts. Konoto dia. Manam nga baxé ñu lo xamné mo la gënal manam ci bunti programme mete bunti waxtaan bi. So Aziz, we'll come to you to share your final thoughts before we go. In summary, we've got only a couple of minutes, because the next program is 8 o'clock on here.
Anyway, mine is just a quick thank you to Melvin. I hope he will come back next week in good time. So
Melvin is dafa daw.
Wow, I think I really like that. I also like the divergent views that we shared here, and I think it's very healthy.
Thank you.
And, yes, I am really looking forward to next time when everyone will be on board. Thank you so much.
Much obliged, much appreciated. Mel, your final thoughts before we go, in summary. Thank you.
No, I'm happy to join you guys. Very, very interesting. I feel sad that I missed the entire program and I'm coming at the tail end. But I'm gonna go on Facebook Live on my own personal page at 9 p.m. Gambian time, so you can follow my discussion from there. And then probably Sister Ndeye would get an understanding of where I was going. I wasn't even going to support the MPs because that was why I asked the question: are they deserving of it? But what I am against is the full blown out rejection of them having vehicles when it seems as if everything else is a normality within the same dire economic situation of the Gambia, and that was what I wanted to project. But I'll try to explain it better.
Thank you, Bamba. Your final thoughts. Ilakono to dia.
Mustapha, mbenyi mpona manenga kawan.
Akumana.
Nous content de battre pour Melvin Melvin Bangla Kerem Bangla Santa and I hope you will join us next time. Try to find time because your contribution is very valuable. I like debate. I like arguments. I like people to differ with me so that we can learn from each other. This is the essence of this platform. We have divergent views, and the public would decide. The public are the listeners. They are the ones that are feeling the brunt of whatever happens in the Gambia. And Mugabe understand in our country is most of the time we, the civil servants, think of ourselves first, forgetting that vast majority of Gambians are those that do not receive a single dime from the state coffers. Salary-wise, they are not paid a single dime. What are they getting from all the cake that we are splitting? What can we are battling? Because obviously in that money we can fight like cat and mouse. But what are the people? What about the people that we claim to represent from the executive, judiciary, or the legislature? They all claim to represent the vast masses of the people. What are they getting from all this? That is my problem. Assalamu alaikum.
Your final thoughts. Kono to dia bahenyu. Lahenyu bir
Wow.
lay.
Yeah, Mario. Okay. Melvin, thanks for coming. But I'm just saying, it's good for this discussion you come every time, every week, and I hope people we are learning as well, and I hope people also will learn from it. And back to the MPs, I am very disappointed. I am hopeless because I have so much hope in them, and some of the MPs, no, I've been lobbying some of them, calling some of them, because they are our hope. If the government doesn't work, the executive is not working, the legislature is having problems, we need them. They are the ones we look up to because they are our hope. And if they are going on really milking whatever they can milk, that's a challenge. That's a problem. That is serious. If they need vehicles, for me, I would go for government making sure that vehicles are available for MPs. When they finish using it, other MPs coming back, they can use it. That way we save resources, we save money, and the issues, we also save it. And I hope they will start to take up issues that are affecting the Gambian people, raising issues that are affecting the Gambian people, things that Gambian people are going through. The country is not working. They can be demoed. They can be demoed banko manta mol batata. Mol batata and nying jikila tayolem. MP sol ye si ibe kodol tala iba fola ko ibe ifangole ba jola foi ba jola foi ma jo bari jikila tayolem because taxpayers money le akeno foi nyi moto sanno the same Gambian ol mel be siring ima sanno because ima jo soto ima kodo soto ima do ko soto ima soto and MP nyanta reflect la dindingol le muyti ye koma fele ya jube dindi jamalle be faka nyim si lolto gambe dindi wol batatale so ala barka be Bamba, Melvin, Aziz, and Mustapha ite fango ye mol nati jang ala barka bake. Sorry, I have to leave as well, but ala barka bake.
I can't thank you all enough. Same place, same time, Skype or radio and TV services. Thank you all for being here. Buton lamana ni jiberal mo dawada ni be watu to nyinam program o mi yalonko program o nyin gaso do janne lokun ni yantem ben si de kabron Skype or radio and TV services wotole nyim program o kana lokun buton sa kalam to nyama watu en sunyi na lambe dan na janne fo lokun nala inshallah program o nyin kana kabo talal lulu UK time aka kanya wole fe UK la time o talal lulu aka kanya wole fe kana fo depending on kacha dan damen butum mol min bebi jam bebe ten to lambe je la nimi anje ko min foto jang abe mol na falale is a program on yinsia ni ale mabe lokun nala be munna janna inshallah kana kumrundi min be dending kachala na kacha ko minti min budung watu nsonyi na lambe dana janne follow kunala inshallah kabanan Skype or radio and TV services program nyin kana sibiti o sibiti le kabotala lulu UK time ni meaje ko min fura jang abe mol na fala le se program nyin sia isaje mbesa dengalan sena jang kanyo kono sude akula membe den gambela kola budung watu nsonyi na lambe dana janne inshallah fo sibiti nala nal bade malo Mustapha Jammeh membe sirin program kunna follow kunala inshallah alimbara